So you are the decision makers. And you know that, and you've pretty much made up your mind about the rest of the country. You know what you think about Scotland and Wales and Ireland and the North. You think they're all hilarious, and why would anybody live there? You laugh at the North. You think they're all funny little short people who live in a big pie. Trying to sort out their relationship with a definite article. Throwing darts at their dinner. And, you know, you laugh at Scotland. You think it's full of drunken, violent, bestial people who are all mean and cold to the touch. I live in Scotland. It's a beautiful place. Yeah. Scotland, the country where they fry the food 5 times to make sure it's dead. The country that invented bacon-flavored mouthwash. The country where everybody ends their stories with the same phrase. It doesn't matter if you're talking to somebody who's 15 or 85, they'll tell you the same story. Say, so what did you do on Saturday? Oh, it was really lovely. You know, we had a few friends around, we had some lunch, it was really great. We had a wee walk, we had a look at the loch and all that. You know, the mist came down, it was gorgeous. And then, yeah, a couple of wee glasses of wine, it was very nice. So, what happened then? Oh, I don't know, I was at that. And then, you long ago decided what you think of the Welsh. English people are always laughing at the noble Welsh people. Beautiful people. But you have decided they're all maudlin, inbred trolls, liable to burst into song at any time because they're so short-legged and smelly. That's what you think, isn't it? The Irish you long ago dismissed as fearful, drunken, unpunctual, unreliable, and very charming. Charming in the sense of being incapable of running a chip van. Because Ireland got messed up. You know, we're not cool-headed people like you. Ireland got messed up. Fucked, really, by money. Because people couldn't cope with it. They never had money. People made soup and salad and risotto out of stones for hundreds of years. Imagine you're doing that for hundreds of years and then one day the menu changes and it goes stones, 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 cocaine. That's what you're having. So people lost it. They were on the street going, I'll buy you a jacket if you buy my trousers. Now they have nothing. The thing is, English people are very bigoted, though, I find. I say that as a neutral Irish person. You know, Ireland wasn't involved in the war at all. Ireland's reaction in the war was to go, what? There's a what on? Sorry, what? I'm not dressed. What is it? What? You want a what? You need to, what? What is it? A war? Oh, it's all over. Is it? Oh, we'll get, yeah, what do you want? And not very useful. But English people are quite prejudiced, I think. Because I've noticed this recently, because I have lots of English friends who are very dear to me, and I realized recently, when you're talking to an English person and you're from elsewhere, they share with you. They do a lovely thing when they're talking to you. They impersonate you as they're talking to you. Somebody says to me, do you want another drink then? You know, in that English voice that suggests they're just about to die at any moment. Do you want another drink? I would. I'd love another drink. That'd be great. That'd be grand. Thank you. They do you. They go, I would, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be lovely. What the fuck are you doing? Laughing, it's just funny because you're Irish and that, you know. Because that's still how Irish people are seen, as twinkly-eyed fuckers with a pig under their arm, high-stepping it around the world, going, I'll paint your house now, but watch out, I might steal the ladder. Ho, 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 ho. Which is only half true. Really, there's 2 kinds of people and 2 kinds of nation in the world. You know, you got your people like you, cool-headed people. I would call you bakers. You keep everything inside. You bake it. And then the shakers, Arabs, Mediterranean people, Irish people. People who have to get things out. You know, you keep it in. Look at how quickly the revolution happened in the Arab nations. Overnight, torch paper was lit. It all went off. How long would it take for a revolution to happen in this country? How many times would you have to be fucked sideways by the banks for that to happen? 10,000 years of people wandering around, rattling their newspapers going, I mean, really? Another 40,000 years of people settling their teacups a little heavily, saying, I'm just, you know, I don't know. And then 100,000 years before somebody stands up and says, this is actually getting on my wick. I don't know why I said Germany, but loads of people did go to Germany, actually, recently, for the World Cup. A lot of English people went over to make uninformed, prejudicial remarks about German people and Germany. Totally ignorant and bigoted. know nothing about it, but they feel free to insult it. Because they're English, and they're bigoted. And because Germany is a toilet. A truly dreadful place. Nobody ever has any reason to go there. It is a totally dreadful place. And that's just the way it is, because if you're talking to, a modern... I went there. On the same weekend I went to Australia and California, and it's a... You see, the thing is, you're talking to a modern, nice, affable German person, and they're saying to you something like, well, it's a critical time now for Germany within Europe, also globally. Economically, we're pretty good, we have been better, but we're very vibrant in the theatre and arts and so on. All the time you listen to this, you're thinking, Hitler. There's a Hitler when you did the Hitler thing with Hitler. Hitler came out, Hitler. And the people look like pork. You can't get away from that. They do. They look like pork scratchings on a towel. And you can't eat the food because you would have to complain about it, and that would mean speaking German. It's a disgusting language. Nobody should ever speak it. Even Hitler was vegetarian. That's how bad the food is. And you couldn't speak German because it's a horrible sound. It sounds like typewriters eating tinfoil being kicked down the stairs. And somebody is talking to you in German, they're saying, and you think, what is happening to you from behind? How can we make it stop? Please go away. And then, where else? This is the new world, and the other part of the new world is America. People think that's got a lot of promise. Still, even though we're all a bit funny about Americans now, a bit, I think the reason that happened, all that bad feeling about America, is apart from everything that they've done. It's because American stupid people sound stupider than every other kind of stupid person. Some people are just thick, but you put up with them. But Americans are annoying when they're thick, because they say, well, if they're talking about one of those terrible incidents that happen every other day in America, they say, well, I was there, and the guy came in, and he had, like, a gun, and he was, like, shooting, and everybody else was totally dead. And it sounds a little divorced from reality somehow.